Hey, good morning. I'm Pat Seekins, operations with the Rocky Mountain Area Type 1 Incident Management Team. And I'm here to give you an update on the Tamarack fire this morning. Right now we're sitting at just over 50,000 acres at 4% containment. So we'll slide over to the map and we'll give you an update. And we'll start here where we do have some good containment we've been talking about the last few days. Right here along Highway 89, where we see the black line here right along the fire's edge. We did call this contained yesterday, so a lot of really good work's been done in here the last 3 to 4 days, and we're feeling confident along this fire edge that it's not going to move, and that's where our containment's coming from. Continuing on, we're in Branch 1, Division Kilo. Once again, right along the fire's edge, they've been successful at going direct with crews as well as dozer line down to a certain point towards the Carson River here. But this ground is really steep and rugged and thick fields, and things get really difficult here with the crews and with the dozers that just can't access that steep country. As we move up to the fire's edge here, we don't have any hand line in here. Really steep, rugged ground adjacent to the Carson River. There were some spot fires that were fairly well established that did cross the Carson River here. This was kind of a priority for us yesterday, at least assessing if we could get crews in here or at least work this with aviation. This is very steep, rugged terrain. They do have plans on potentially flying a crew in here to address this fire here, but based on priorities, we'll see if that can continue today. So it is getting looked at, and we're really looking close, keeping the fire spread to the south. Continuing on to the east, this larger fire perimeter. So we're moving into Division Oscar and all the way out to the 395 corridor. So obviously yesterday this was some pretty extreme fire behavior we had yesterday where fuels and the wind and the drought conditions, these are super dry fuels, just really pushed this fire. It just wanted to really burn east. And this is where most of the activity was yesterday, as you can see. So this is the highest priority for us, obviously yesterday and moving forward. Primary focus is prioritizing the Highway 395 corridor and all the high values in the homes and any infrastructure and the power lines right along 395 will be the focus. That's just going to continue. We know the fire has spread a little further north than what's showing on the map here, as well as this fire did make it out to the 395 road. But as of right now, the fire has not crossed the 395 road. So Highway 395, the fire is still west and south of the highway, as it is now. We do have a challenging day today. We know that today, right here in this location, just west of Holbrook Heights, and right along Highway 395. We're very much predicting this fire that's going to want to move northeast. And these fuels right here, really heavy fuel loading, very dry and explosive fuels that we saw some very extreme fire behavior yesterday and towards the evening in here. We had to pull firefighters back and focus on where we could be successful and really focus on where we could protect the values and not engaging the active edge. It's just not safe to do so when the fire is really moving that fast. So once again, just to recap, high priority today. We'll have a lot of resources in here focusing on this fire's progression and keeping the fire west of Highway 395 and future values to the south. Moving in here, we've added a new division, and we'll focus on the larger area here and any values along this Highway 395 corridor, so nothing's changed there, and really monitor this fire spread as it wants to move south and east here towards the Highway 208 and Highway 395 intersection. So this is a very key, important piece for us here, and a lot of good cooperation and a lot of good work got done yesterday, really focusing on those firefighting efforts right along Highway 395. All right, and I'll recap, kind of sliding down to the fire's edge. Once again, this is very active. We were not able to staff this flank of the fire. Once again, our primary focus is over here, but we are looking at all of this edge as we can with aircraft. And we do have plans to staff portions of this fire where we can be successful in Division Kilo and Division Tango in the near future. This fire perimeter was somewhat active. However, there was no major runs like we saw up here on the east side. However, the fire is still somewhat active and just moving slowly through those fuels where it's working against the wind that's coming from the west and southwest. Coming around the southeast corner of the fire, once again, there's a lot of natural barriers and rocks in here. It's not going to stop the fire spread. We know that. This is still a priority for us at some point to look at other options to the south, utilizing natural barriers or road systems. Once again, this is Monitor, Division Zulu's unstaffed, as well as Division Alpha once we get over in the southwest corner. Slide around just south of Burnside Lake here. We do know we have several spot fires outside of the main fire edge here. We do have aircraft looking at that and assessing the need to potentially suppress that. But once again, this fire edge is unchecked. We're just going to monitor this as we can, just focusing on the higher priority areas right now. But definitely taking a look at that. We know it's there. We just want to make sure we're keeping an eye on that as the days move on. Moving north and east along this fire perimeter. Unstaffed here, just really steep, rugged terrain, really inaccessible, just below Hawkins Peak. But as we come off the face here, just south of Highway 88, this is once again, we move back into a high priority for us. Monitoring this fire spread as it backs down into Highway 88. And obviously keeping that fire spread west of Highway 89, where we've been successful so far with excluding these values in homes here with dozer line and hand crews. Some really good work. This is slow and patience is the key word here. We're going to have to wait for this fire to back slowly down and initiate and protect these homes in the lower end. So we have resources in there 24 hours a day, including night shift, focused in that area to keep that fire south of Highway 88. So once again, in Woodfords, we're focused on, we have a structure group focused in Woodfords. We have a structure group, once again, a high presence here in Markleyville, which is still a high priority to make sure, a lot of this was unburned, which is hard to see on the map. A lot of this was unburned around these homes that were excluded. So a lot of really good work has been done in there. We just need to stay vigilant in our patrol and monitor status. Same thing goes for Grover Hot Springs. Still in patrol status, everything looking really good in there. No real concerns or issues. Once again, 4 or 5 days ago, a lot of good work got done and more or less patrol status. We've got a group assessing Mesa Vista right along Highway 88 as a point of concern to initiate some proactive structure protection and triage. Just in the event something gets surprised, we want to be ready for anything else to pop up and be ready for any kind of other risk. Once again, I'll recap. We are staffing this fire 24 hours a day, so night shift, day shift. We have firefighters in all these high priority areas in Division Foxtrot, the Highway 395 corridor, 24 hours a day. So I do want to emphasize the entire fire is a priority. However, with the resources we have allocated those resources to high priority areas where the potential is high, the consequences are high, but our success is high as well, where we can engage and be aggressive, where these fuels transition into lighter fuels, and we can protect the high values. Same goes here for the northwest corner. So just wanted to emphasize, we are looking at the south edge of this fire. We're definitely checking the back door. We do know we have identified values off to the south, and so the entire big picture is being taken care of, and that's where we're at.